great actor, though. And his son is Kiefer. Like, how proud must he be as a dad that his son had such an amazing career as well? I know as a parent, you always want the best for your kid. And then your kid decides to go into acting, which has got to be a very tough gig. And then he turns out to be, wildly successful. So we'll remember Donald Sutherland a little bit later. All right, so back to the Louisiana story yesterday. This is audio from CNN with the co-sponsor of the bill that the governor signed into law yesterday, Louisiana State Representative Lauren Ventrella. She co-wrote the law. She was on CNN yesterday with Boris Sanchez. I just want to play a little bit of the audio from her yesterday on CNN.
What's important about this bill and what's important to remember about this country is that whether we like it or not, Moses is in the Supreme Court of the United States. The 10 Commandments are in the Supreme Court of the United States. Moses is on the law in Congress. This is part and ingrained in our nation. This is a historical document that's important in Louisiana because in Louisiana, we believe in faith, family, and freedom. And that is why I voted in favor of this bill.
If that's the argument to be made, it's a historic document. First of all, it's not an American historic document, right? Moses didn't come down off of Stone Mountain with the tablets and, outside the laser show and be like, God has spoken. This didn't happen in the United States of America. Yes, the 10 Commandments, starting with my dude Moses, have had a massive impact on humanity. Historic, sure. I would say it's a historic tablet more so than
it was destroyed.
Yeah, and then it was in the Ark of the Covenant, and then Indiana Jones found it, and the guy's face melted off. I mean, it's a very powerful, obviously, tablet there. So if you want to make that argument, it's a historic document, okay, teach it during history class. Absolutely. If you want to put historic documents on the walls of a classroom, how about some that don't have to do with religion? The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, those should be on the classrooms of every classroom in the United States of America, not just Louisiana. But this isn't a historic document, yes, but it didn't happen in the United States of America. She continued on. This is they got a little heated between Boris and the Louisiana representative.
The Constitution of this country, its founding document, doesn't include the word God or Jesus or Christianity, and that's for a reason, because the founding fathers founded this country as a secular one.
I bet you CNN pays you a lot of money, and I bet you got a bunch of dollar bills.
What does this have to do with the network that I work for or what I'm getting paid? Don't make this about that. Answer the question.
So it went on. She tried to make the argument that on our money it says "In God We Trust," and that is similar to what they want to do. Now it goes back to what I said. I'm not going to pander. Now the Louisiana governor and their representative know that there's going to be lawsuits on this. They bring it on. Now, I don't know in their heart of hearts. I should remember this lady's name because she's probably going to come up. Lauren Ventrella. If you can get her on, Deborah, I would love to have her. Lauren Ventrella, the governor of Louisiana, they know the Supreme Court's already decided this. Now, maybe they think that the Supreme Court, with the way it's laid out now, will overturn the ruling from 1971. But honestly, I think they're just pandering to the portion of their political supporters that want them to take a stand on this issue. I think they realize that there's a slim chance that this is going to be upheld and that the 10 Commandments of all things will be hanging in every classroom in Louisiana. I think it's political theater. I think Erickson tweeted out something similar. Like this, of all the things to fight, to plant your flag down, that could make a difference. Is this really the fight you want to do and expend your energy? And not to mention the taxpayer dollars that are going to be Louisiana, not a rich state. They're going to have to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars defending the number of lawsuits that will be thrown against this. We had the guest on yesterday, Seidel, the lawyer. He's a member of organizations that's already started lawsuits on this to prevent it. Is it political theater? Is it pandering? I don't know, but it's not going to stick, and it's not. I just don't think it's right. And yesterday I was trying to find something analogous to this. And I said, and I should have thought of this yesterday, and I didn't, and I'm mad at myself. Yesterday I said if the roles were reversed and everyone in school, state law said everyone has to have a Quran, it didn't really work. It was kind of apples and oranges. And then I remembered there's something, Longoria, called the 5 tenets of Islam. Shahada, Salah, Zakat, Psalm, and Hajj. What if instead of the 10 commandments, the Louisiana governor said every classroom in Louisiana, there must be posted on the board the 5 pillars of Islam? What would the reaction be with that? Oh no, listen, it's historic document. This is historic stuff. You can't argue that. How many billions of Muslims are alive now and have lived since Muhammad? I'm not going to say which is a better, historical document, or which is more impactful, or which is better. But if you think the 10 Commandments are a historical document, you have to admit that the 5 pillars of Islam are. And what would the reaction be if the governor of Louisiana was like, sorry, it's historic. Every single classroom from kindergarten to college has to throw up the 5 pillars of Islam? I know a lot of folks would be like, I'm not sending my kid to that school. So intellectual consistency, so totally lacking in this story. And again, I think they know. That lady knows. The governor knows. Supreme Court has said that you can't do this. I think they're just doing it to pander to their base, to raise money, when they should be focusing on actually educating the kids in Louisiana. Louisiana, the numbers of Louisiana, I looked up after the show, Deborah. You mentioned where they're 47th.
47th out of 50.
In education. They're 49th in health of their citizens. They're like at the bottom of every measurable when it comes to health and education and stat and finances. It's just, you have more important fish to fry. Maybe grill fish. Don't fry so many fish. Grill the fish, Louisiana, because the health stats are not good in Louisiana either. But maybe focus your attention on actually educating the kids and not mandating that they have to stare at the 10 Commandments. And again, I have nothing against the 10 Commandments. You want to hang them up in your home? Absolutely. Go ahead. It was my God that gave them to my dude Moses. I'm a fan. I just don't think it's appropriate to be inside of classrooms, mandated in every single classroom. You think it's historic? Teach it during history, along with the Greek gods, the Roman gods, and all the gods, and along with the 5 pillars of Islam, which I was not taught about when I was in school. All right, when we come back, I'm really stoked to talk to Jim Ryan about this story. A historic dinosaur discovery in the Badlands of Montana. What was discovered, what it's worth, and how is it going to change archaeology moving forward? Jim Ryan from ABC News joins us from Texas, updating that story next. Social media is active throughout the broadcast at Mark Arum, MarkArum.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. Orchard gives you a guaranteed cash offer so you can hold out for the price you deserve. Get the most for your home.